Show's gone off the rails. I think it's plain for all to see. How did the show get to this point? How did this happen? Well, I'll tell you how it happened. When you don't have goals and you make excuses, the only thing you're going to be successful at is being unsuccessful. And that's where this show's lost its way. I can't believe it's happened like this. In the beginning of the show, it was very clear about having the game shelf. Every game that we found, we put it up on the shelf. There it was. It was for all to see. It was a portfolio of the show. But what happened? The games overwhelmed the game shelf. What do? We put the games in boxes. We tucked them away, never to be seen again. That was the whole purpose of the show. The show is completely strayed from its original intentions. So what do we do about this? Well, we got to define our goal. What is our goal? And we can't make excuses anymore. What was my biggest excuse? Oh, I'm in a shed. I got nowhere to put my games. Woe is me. What kind of man was I? My old lady doesn't like video games. What happened to my testicles? Well, I still don't have my testicles, but no more excuses. And now we set goals. And now I present to you a new beginning. Son of a bitch. Okay, let's start that over. And now I present to you a resurrection, a rebirth, a big bang, if you think about it. And now I present to you a rebirth, a big bang, a resurrection. Probably saying to yourself, hey, Bithead 1000, what the hell is that thing? Well, you might be saying to yourself, how come you didn't loosen that cable enough? There's always something. Okay. I'll tell you what it is. Bithead 1000 here, by the way. Welcome to the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization. I'll tell you what it is. This is the central nervous system. It's the epicenter. It's the consciousness of the show. And how fitting, the mother brain, the main thought process of the show. It's all centralized right here. Don't you get it? This is the whole idea. If I can open the goddamn thing. There we go. This is the goal every time you wake up in the morning. This is the goal every time you go out to the garage sales. This is the goal every time you go out. This is the goal. Fill the shelves. Fill the shelves with what? Not garbage. Fill the shelves with all the greatest video games you can imagine. Now you say to yourself, hey, listen, that isn't a very big game shelf. And no, you're right. But we're not going to fill it with crap. We're going to concentrate. It's going to be a concentrated bundle of only the best video games and the most fond video games that we ever had growing up. The rest we'll get rid of. But this is the focus of the show. Before it was just get everything we could possibly get. Sure, we'll get everything we could possibly get. But the important stuff's going to stay here. And sure, I'll put the shit up first, and then, you know, as we continue, when we find better games, the better games will replace shittier games that are on the game shelves. And that's what it's all about. It's about having a goal. And that's what we've been missing out on. So here we go. The game shelf it's organized like this. Okay? Hold on a second here. We got room for Sega Genesis games. They go here. We got room. Accommodations for Nintendo games. They go on these two shelves. Super Nintendo games go on this shelf. We don't have any right now, but we will have some soon. PlayStation games, right here. TurboGrafx, reserved for the bottom. Dreamcast games, right here. So there you have it. During the course of the coming garage sale season, and possibly at the thrift stores, we're going to fill this cabinet up. So join me. This is going to be the most epic season that we've ever done on this show. So I'm BitHead 1000, and I'll see you guys next time. So we got a winch here. I originally wanted to get an automatic winch, but they're like $150. So I wound up getting this one for like $27. It's got a hand crank, but it takes forever. You can see. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I get a better shot. If you get a bit of perspective here, how long it takes. It takes forever to crank up. So what I did is I hooked up a power drill to it, and that basically turned it in to an automatic winch. When I get this thing down. Alright, we'll come back. Yeah, so that just goes up to a cable. Up to a cable in the ceiling there. Through a pulley. Then through another pulley, and then down to this cabinet, which I basically just have on hinges. If I take this thing off, the hook off the bottom, don't know if you guys can see, but if I grab the bottom, I can lift the whole thing up. It's on hinges there. So the big mistake I made was making this thing out of really cheap plywood. And basically what happened is I wound up spending hours and hours painting this stupid thing on the front here. And then I found out that my plywood was starting to warp. If you look at the plywood from the side here, I don't know if you can see that. Sure, it's going to look straight now. But when you go to close it, you can see. See how the top sticks out? So I had to use these high-powered magnets to hold the damn thing in, so it stays flush. But yeah, this was a bitch. This took me probably about, I'm almost embarrassed to tell you, probably about a good 20 hours to do. Just taping it off and spray painting it and taping it off and spray painting it. My girlfriend and my my girlfriend's son are looking at me like, you know, what kind of nerd are you? But oh yeah, that's part of the reason why my t-shirt business went under. Hold on, yeah, it was one of my t-shirts. I actually had a girl come up to and tell me that that shirt was absolutely disgusting. Which was kind of funny. A girl at the bagel place. People have no sense of humor, right? Anyhow, yeah, that's the game cabinet. And you know what? I was inspired by Ed and Toot YUK. I saw their game shelves in the back, you know, behind them, and it's so neat and so organized. And I love the idea of being neat and organized, you know, although I probably don't appear that way. But I love the idea of organization. And, you know, I said to myself, you know, I wish I really had a setup like that. And so this is basically the closest I could get to that. So I'm really excited, you know. I'm a 37-year-old man, and I get excited about building, you know, a cabinet from my video games. So that just goes, you know, you get an idea how pathetic my life is. And basically, now that my old lady and my old lady's kids see me do this, they basically lost all respect for me. They think I'm some type of, you know, super geek or whatnot. But hey, you got to do the things in life that make you happy. So anyway, that's a little behind the scenes. Ooh, very exciting, huh? Behind the scenes with Pinhead 1000. Jesus Christ, you know, get me a cyanide pill now. All right, until next time.